What's going on, everybody? Yeah, the influential inbox. I'm back answering questions from my inbox. Here's the first one. You ever put your heart and soul into a proposal, send it off, and then hear nothing? It's not just frustrating, it feels downright disrespectful. I mean, who does this? Where they do that at? Let's talk about it tonight. Hey, if you are on, do me a favor. Let me holler at you on the chat. Just share with me who you are, where you're logging in from, so I can shout you out. Ooh, my friend, Dr. S. Smolka. Dr. Smolka, not S. Smolka, J. Smolka. Dr. Smolka joining me on Instagram. All right, Jessica joining me on YouTube. I like it. I like it. Chip joining me on LinkedIn. Nice. All right, go ahead and just say hey, just say what's up in the chat so I know that you're there and I can respond to you. I can see if my chats are working tonight. They weren't really working that great last night, but let me holla at you. Let me holla at you. Welcome, welcome. So glad that y'all are here and we're getting to hang out. We've been doing this for the last week, right? We've been doing this all week. We've been talking about not just communication stuff, but really leaning into what's been happening in, people's different space, especially if you are a real estate professional, if you are a small business, small service-based business owner. We've been talking about some of the communication challenges that you face, right? And so last night we walked through what I called my content compass. The night before that, we looked at a few different things. I don't even remember. My memory is short. My memory is short. Yeah. Anyway, let's lock in. Let's lock in. So you want to know when I'm live, people? Do me a favor. Text live to 240-557-8679. If you want to know when we're live, text live to 240-557-8679 or 240-55-STORY so that you can get a reminder text with the link of where we are and what's going on. All right. So that's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. All right, cool. So tonight's question, and we'll see if we can end on time tonight. Tonight's question comes from someone on my list who is a travel agent. I won't say any names or anything. Someone on my list who is a travel agent and is upset about people making them do work and then not having the common decency to say no thank you when they receive what they need. Yeah. So here's the question. Here's the question from my person on my mailing list. They've said, I've prepared a proposal and then send it to my prospect and then they ghost me. Isn't that rude? How can I avoid this? I do all this work. I put in all this work. I put in the time. I do the research. I connect the dots. I decide. I let you know what country you need to go from to the next and then how to take the plane to the train to the automobile and all that stuff. And I put in time and it takes a while to make all that stuff happen. And then people ghost me. Oh boy, hold on one second. That should not have happened. Bam, there we go. Yeah, I need to lock that. Yeah. So before we address that question, though, people, let me do me a favor. Let me tell you about the Amplify Your Voice with Video 3-day challenge. The 3-day challenge, Amplify Your Voice with Video. Come on to amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. Let me share this thing with you. So if you are a real estate professional and a small service-based business owner, you want to join up with us for 3 days where we're going to walk you through several things. Guess what? It's in 2 days and 21 hours, 54 minutes and 14 seconds. You got to join it. You got to get involved right now. We're going to be opening up the community, the group, I believe, tomorrow. But if you are a small business owner, real estate pro, and you're avoiding video because you don't think you sound polished enough, you don't know what to say, you don't have time to figure out the tech, you don't have time to be consistent in all of that, we're going to be walking you through a simple system that you can use for a short form and long form video to generate leads. We're going to be walking through some processes and workbooks. We're going to be walking through a plan for visibility. I'm going to be sharing with you a new tool that I'm using to help with the video creation process that is going to incorporate my systems and framework and structure so you can script out some things pretty easily. So day one, we're going to be walking through how to find your voice, why your story is your sales secret, and how to shift from awkward on camera to authentic and influential. Day two, we're going to talk about confidence to camera, some simple techniques that make it simple and less nerve-wracking to record, 3 types of videos that you need to build trust and get leads. We're going to be talking about some of that tonight. And then day 3, we're going to be walking through the video visibility engine, your content plan in order to go from invisible to, oh my gosh, I see you all over the place. All right. So that is the Amplify Your Voice with Video 3-day challenge. Join us August 3rd through 5th. Hit up that website, www.amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. All right. So now here's the question on the minds of real estate professionals and small business owners everywhere. Why do people do this? Oh my gosh. Why do people do this? Why do people make me do work and then just never say nothing? Like, why? Go ahead and type me if that's happened to you. If you've experienced this process of somebody saying, hold on, I need to check my wife. Hold on, I need to do this. Hold on, I need to, and then they just never, ever get back to you, right? Why do people do this? All right. Dr. or D. Stublia, what's going on Instagram? Good to see you. Well, let me demystify this for you. Let's demystify this thing for you. 3 reasons why people ghost, right? So let's start with this. I'm going to take you to my list screen. Reason number 1, they're overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed, right? Maybe the proposal that you had was long. Maybe it was too complex. Maybe it was too soon. Maybe they were just kicking tires, kicker tires. Maybe they were just checking some stuff out. And then here you come with all this information. They're like, oh, I can't take it. I can't do it. Right. or maybe they're just overwhelmed in their life at that point. That's reason number 1 why people may ghost you. Okay. Reason number 2. And here's the thing. I don't want to, I'll say that a little bit later on. Reason number 2 is lack of trust. Lack of trust. Right? People contact us and we prepare some information for them and we send it to them and they don't get back to us. And then you're like, well, dude, you contacted me. You reached out to me. Why would you not? Why would you not respond if you reached out to me? Yeah, this is so frustrating for some people, right? If you are frustrated by this, if this has happened to you and you're like, oh my gosh, yeah. All right, listen, as we before we jump further, let me see if I can bring this up. I just have some signs I wanted to share with you. So I've got this video on my YouTube channel that talks about why, what to do when you're getting ghosted. So do me a favor, go to the YouTube channel. Just look up Robert Kennedy 3 on YouTube, Robert Kennedy number 3. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and share the video. Share this video, as a matter of fact, so that people can get value from it. Call your people, text your friends, say, yo, guess what? I'm discovering some amazing stuff over on Robert's channel. Come on and watch this with me, right? Because we were just talking about this. All right. So number one, overwhelm. Number two, lack of trust. Number three, avoidance. Avoidance. Right? They're unsure how to say no. Oops. They're unsure how to say no. And they may just feel awkward about the price or something around what you're offering. And so they ghost you. They leave, never to be heard from again. Right? So here's the thing about ghosting. A lot of times, all too often, we send out information to people and they ghost us. What do most of us do? What do most of us do? We take it personally. We're like, why me? They don't like me. We take it super personal. We think it's something about us that, oh my gosh, there's a pimple on my head. That's why they ghosted me. There is a dot on my shirt. I didn't clean it properly. There's some lint on my stuff. They came into my office and they were sneezing because of the dust on the table, a little bit of dust. And so that's why they have ghosted me. We take it personally. But most ghosting isn't malicious. I said most. Most ghosting isn't malicious. It's uncertainty, right? And uncertainty is a communication problem. Uncertainty is a communication problem, right? So this is why I recommend using video as a trust builder, a simplicity explainer, a carrier pigeon, a way to lower the pressure created by the avoidance habit. Just today, I was struggling with something and I went to YouTube. I was dealing with something in my email and I wanted to figure out some of the Google Analytics part of this. And if you've ever dealt with Google Analytics or anything in that realm, UTM, strings, etc., you know that it's not the simplest thing. There's some complication with it. Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, Google UTM Builder, Campaign Builder, all of that. If you're in the IT space, you're like, yes, he's speaking my language. Yes. For those that there are other rest of you are kind of like, what? Dude, what are you even talking about, man? Right? But I was struggling with this. And so I went to YouTube. And here's what happened. I was able to find a video and I was able to stop, scroll, pause, rewind at my pace. Right? I was looking up this Google Analytics information, a fairly complex topic. And I want you to think about this. If I had someone in front of me explaining this to me, right? And they're going and they're talking and they're going through these websites and they're jumping back and forth from one to the other. There is some level of tension with me stopping them to say, hey, can you pause or repeat that? I want you to remember when you were in school and the teacher was on the board doing something. There was some tension with raising your hand to say, wait a minute, can you do that again? Can you say that again? Can you pause it? Because why? You kind of feel like you're interrupting them. Also, if you're in a room with other people, you're like, oh my gosh, am I pausing? Am I slowing down everybody else? There's some tension with that. And that tension exists when our customers have to interact with us, right? Unless we help them to lower the tension, right? Unless we help them to lower the tension. So I'm going to share with you, and then we're going to get out of here. I'm going to share with you 3 actions, right? 3 actions to guard against ghosting or to stop the silence. All right. 3 actions to guard against ghosting or to stop the silence. Sidebar, this is not something that we'll cover in the upcoming challenge. Let me put that on screen so that you can sign up for that. There's not something we'll cover in the upcoming challenge, but it is a communication challenge that I do cover in some of our courses for organizations that we work with. So if you want to talk further about this particular challenge in customer service and the connection side of things, and please reach out and let me know. All right, so let us jump on in. 3 actions to guard against ghosting or stop the silence. So action numero uno. Actually, let me let me do it this way. Let me get rid of these jokers on screen, and then I'll be able to do what I need. Okay, so action number 1 that you can take to guard against ghosting or stop the silence. Action number 1, send a pre-proposal video. Send a pre-proposal video. Here's what I mean. So sometimes I have a conversation with a prospect, a client, someone who wants me to speak, someone who wants me to do a workshop, someone who wants me to do some sort of seminar, someone who wants to take a course from me. And a pre-proposal video is a short 1 to 2 minute video recap. And here's what that can look like. You can send a video just saying, based on our conversation, here's what I heard. Here's what I heard you say. So based on what I heard you say, here's what I'm going to put in the proposal. And here's why this is important, right? So you've walked through some stuff with them and they're hearing their words repeated through your lens or through your understanding. And the more that you can create a semblance of understanding, the more that you can create understanding with somebody, is the easier that it becomes to create trust and connection. Right? And so if I'm doing this, if I'm saying, hey, here's what I understand, here's what I'm putting, and here's why this matters, it makes that proposal then feel customized and relational. Right? So a pre-proposal video is something that is simple to make, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Listen, you just make a few different points. You know, you write down your notes, and you can even read from your notebook or whatever. Listen, here's what I heard you say. And you go ahead and read it and you look back up, go ahead and read it, you look back up. And here's what I'm putting in the proposal. If you have a screen casting software, and I'll share one in just a little bit that you can use to share your screen with them, better, even greater. All right. You can get as simple as just hopping on Zoom and doing this, sharing some stuff, then sharing your screen, then recording that Zoom session, downloading it, and sending them the link. Okay. This makes it feel customized. You were paying attention. You were giving them individualized attention. Second thing that you can do is make your next set of conversations, your follow-up, friendly and valuable. All right. So you got the proposal, you got their information, they respond to you, you got the proposal. And let's say that they take a couple of days to respond. What a lot of people do is say they then send an email or send a text or a phone call saying, hey, I'm just checking in. When you going to respond to the proposal? I sent the proposal again. You got it? You need it? You need me to send anything else over? What do you not understand about it? And they want people to respond to that. But here's another way that you can do this. You can send a simple a video again or voice message that says, hey, listen, I know we just did this proposal. I just sent that over a couple of days ago, and I was reading this article, or I had this video, this resource that came across. I was thinking about you. It made me think about you. So I just wanted to send it to you. What about Hey, listen, I know we just sent over the proposal. There was somebody else that was going through a similar thing, and here's a result that they got. I just wanted to share that with you. I was thinking about you and thought that you might find this helpful. Right? So now they've got something in their corner that is useful. You've got a micro win in that you're sending thoughtful information over. And what you're doing also is keeping the door open without sounding desperate. Isn't that the worst thing? When you have someone that you want service from and then they sound desperate, like, come on, give me the sale, give me the sale, give me the sale, give me the sale, give me, I want give me your money. Open your wallet, give me your money, give me. That sounds desperate. Right? And more often than not, you're not going to get sales if you sound desperate. Right? So, sending a follow-up friendly video and resource that is valuable is another step for you to take. Step number 3. I want you to send a post-proposal video walkthrough plus a bonus. Here's what that means. You send the proposal, and then in order to remove the overwhelm, I want you to send a 60-second video saying, hey, John, hey, Mary, hey, Jennifer, here's the proposal that I'm sending over, or I just sent over. Let me highlight these areas. Okay? So you want to talk about the bullet points. You want to talk about the outcomes. You want to talk about the options. Don't worry about talking about the pricing. Don't worry about talking about the pricing. Just go over the bullet points, the outcomes, and the options. And then you can end with a call to action, sharing that, listen, there are a couple additional items that I'd love to tack on or add into this. Let me hear from you by Thursday so that we can talk about those. There's your bonus. So now you've got what they want. You've got what they desire, what they're asking for. And then you're planting an additional seed saying, yeah, I've got something extra. I got an extra gift for you. Holla back by Thursday at 12 p.m. and I'll share that information with you. Can I answer anything in the meantime? Right? So you've got 3 steps: the pre-proposal video, the post-proposal video, and a valuable, friendly follow-up. Listen, let me know if this is helpful to you, or if you found this valuable. And we went into sales a little bit tonight, but we're really talking about the video portion of this, how to really amplify your voice with video instead of sending just emails and having them guess at it. How do you amplify your words, your emotions, their emotions, your service with video? I just talked about 3 video types that you might want to send. And so if you want to know how to actually create these videos without spending hours or overthinking it, I want you to join me for the Amplify Your Voice with Video Challenge next week. Okay, so head on over to amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. Amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. It's built for busy business owners and real estate professionals who want to communicate with more clarity, more confidence, and have some conversions. Okay, so go to amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. If you want to hit this QR code right over here, where is it? Am I pointing? Yep, there we go. Hit that QR code and you can go. And the challenge again is 3 days. It's 1 hour each day. If you sign up for VIP, you'll get additional coaching. You'll get additional feedback and replays. So make sure that you get signed up for this. All right. Hey, Teresa, how you doing, my friend? Your whole family is watching. What's up, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? All right. So do me a favor, y'all. If this was valuable, go ahead and type value in the chat. Come on, Teresa, get your people, get your families to get their fingers on the keyboard. typing some stuff in. All right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So, hey, question for you. I've only done this influential inbox series this week. Let me put the question from tonight up again. Prepare the proposal, send it to my prospect, and then they ghost me. Isn't that rude? How can I avoid this? I hope that what we shared tonight will help you navigate that. And I want to possibly keep this series going. If so, I'll tackle some questions once a week and bring people live on to get their questions answers. Let me know what you think. I don't know if I'll commit to doing this every single day like we've done this week. But if you think that just doing this series where I answer a question once a week is a good thing, then just type inbox. Type the word inbox, and I will consider what the day and the time of that would be. All right. So let me know what you think. Yes, I see value. I see value. I see value. Thank you. All right. Type inbox if you want me to keep this going at least once a week. Let me know. All right. Cool. So join the challenge. Head on over to amplifyvoiceandvideo.com so that you can lock in with us next week, 3 days to turn up the volume on your voice with video. So let's do this thing. All right, y'all. So let me share some final words. Don't take ghosting personally. Take it as a sign that your communication can go deeper. Video is your bridge to connection, and connection creates conversion. I love it. Listen, we are going to do this thing again tomorrow. I believe our session time tomorrow is 5 p.m. to end the week. Influential inbox. Make sure that you're signed up at amplifyvoiceandvideo.com so that we can get connected for that video challenge next week, August 3rd, starting August 3rd. I want to see you in the room. I want to see you in the space. I want to see you in the place. You know why? Because I love you and I care about you and I want you to be better. I want your business to be better. Mine too. Let's do it. I'll see y'all tomorrow for the final edition of this week's Influential Inbox. Peace, y'all.